Hey guys, this is part 3 of the Python tutorial series. Today we'll be looking at functions. Before we get started, please like, subscribe, turn notifications on. All of this helps me and you'll know when the next video comes out. With that, let's get started. What are functions? So these are something that a developer can make instead of repeating the same code over and over again, whether it's a lot of code, whether it's a little bit of code, whatever it is. Instead of having to keep repeating, copy and pasting, they can just call it again and they have what they need. So the best way to understand functions is through an example. So before we make our own example together, let me just give you an idea of what it is. So let's say you're making a game and every time you want to move, you can make a function. So if you didn't have a function, you would have to keep writing if statements to say, if they press the up key, move up. If they move the right key, move right. And instead, functions could make it easier. And instead of saying so many if statements, you only have to say, all right, well, they moved it up. All right, now go into our up function and do the task. This way, it makes it a lot easier. So we can make our own example of using functions. So let's say we want to make a program and it greets a person by their inputted name. So we start off with a main function, def main. So to create a function, you have to have a def. Def stands for definition. Main stands for the main function. Now main function is where all the magic happens. It's the home. And parentheses we'll cover that later, and a colon. This just names it the function. Alright. Oops. Alright. So what do we need? So if we are creating a function, we need to have input and then we need to return something. So in the main function, why don't we collect input? So if you remember, to get input, you have to assign a variable, and then input, what is your name? So now we have names stored in now we have the input stored in name. So now we can create our function. So def greet. So we've named our function, and we also have to one of the great things about functions is that there's local variables and global variables. Now assigning variables is very important. Assigning variables with proper names. So local variables are when you name a variable inside a function. For example, name is a local variable. But if a variable was assigned outside of a function, then it is no longer considered a local variable and it's considered a global variable. In general, local variables are what you want to use. So here we have to, now because name is a local variable, if we type name right here, we're not going to be able to use it. Like, it's not going to return anything. So we have to say, hey, when you call me, make sure that you give me what name is. And over here, when we're calling the function, we can say greet name. We're calling the function with the word. So now we have to remember that in our main function, when we are calling it, we can do greet in parentheses name, and we have to put name because otherwise we're not giving the value of name so that our greet function can do its job. Okay, so now we can make our greet statement. So what we can do is print hello name. I hope you're having a great day. So now what's going to happen here is that it's going to go through our main function and then it's going to print this line. But we have to remember that before we run our code, we need to call the main function, because right now main is a function and you always have to call a function. So the main, we'll call it. So now we can run this. What is your name? Let's say my name's John. All right, hello John, I hope you're having a great day. So the code works and we were able to use the functions. All right, so I'm gonna wrap that up there. Please let me know if there's anything you guys would like to learn more about, and I'm happy to make videos about that. So please go ahead, write what you think, write feedback in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.